Premier Doug Ford doubling down on his promise to eliminate speed enforcement cameras, announcing he'll table legislation as soon as next month to ban the program.
So joining us live now is Inspector Matt Moyer from Traffic Services Unit for the Toronto Police Services. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What is your reaction to the Premier's call or plan to essentially get municipalities to get rid of speed cameras?
Well, I think we always follow the Premier's lead on these types of motions to move forward. I believe his heart's in the right place because he's talking about looking at other options for traffic safety and putting funding into the municipalities to look at other options. And I think that's as long as we're talking about traffic safety, saving lives and reducing serious injuries on the road, I think it's very valuable, and it's a great option to look at moving forward.
I'm curious operationally, Inspector, in terms of, having police sort of sit and patrol, basically do speed enforcement, with a radar gun, et cetera, what that ties up resources for or how you may otherwise deploy them. I mean, I realize you're part of traffic services, so that's part of your mandate, but is that the most effective use of, members of your unit?
You know what? It's sort of a blended approach when you think about it. And why we like it is because not every contact involves a ticket. And we have an opportunity to have some great conversations with people, talk about safety, talk about some of the issues around public safety and traffic safety. So I don't know that we measure it entirely about the tickets. We are in the customer service industry, and we rely strongly on the conversations that our members have. They're the ambassadors of public safety, really, that deliver the message, whether it be through a ticket or through a conversation. So I like the direction we're going, and I like the current format that we're using right now.
Okay, so you're for the current kind of format of, speed enforcement officers and these speed cameras to slow down speeding. We do have data that shows that speed cameras do, in fact, get people to slow down in general. However, many people also hate them so much that we've seen 20 or so speed cameras destroyed over the last 20 months because in some areas it just seems like they're not necessary. For example, Mount Pleasant. Some people say there's no crosswalks. It's not a school zone. Why do you have to get a ticket for I don't know, 90, 80 bucks or whatever for going 13 kilometers over the speed limit? So how do you balance that? And do you have a solution for, let's say, keep the speed cameras, but only in school zones, maybe have them timed? What are you hearing?
You know what? I think it's always good to look at a hybrid approach when it comes to speed enforcement in the city. And I support the direction we're going because as long as every conversation is bent on identifying speeders and some degree of accountability and responsibility for their actions on the road. So I don't know that it's necessarily the only answer. I still like the hands-on approach that we use with the Toronto Police Service. I think the city has a different approach when it comes to traffic cameras, which is I'm fine. But what I do like, and I think it's very important at the end of the day, is that everything that we do is all bent on and designed towards public safety and transportation safety. And at the end of the day, it might be, maybe it's something to look at when someone gets a ticket for 11 or 12 over. I understand that. Maybe some consideration for that. But absolutely, speeding is still speeding. And the last time I checked, we're losing lives because of it. So let's not underestimate the value that enforcement and education bring throughout the city.
Okay, appreciate your perspective this morning. That is Inspector Matt Moyer from Traffic Services at Toronto Police. Thanks for the time. Have a good Friday.
Thank you.
Absolutely.